Hello, you beautiful people. So wonderful to see you. It is amazing to be here again to do these YouTube lives for you. It's so great to connect with you, and I can see some of you are here already. So welcome, whether you're going to be joining live or whether you are going to be watching on the replay. It's been fabulous for me to see how many of you are enjoying these lives, and I've got lots more planned as well. So whenever you get to watch it, then that is amazing, and the energy and what you will receive from it is going to be just as powerful and just as potent. So hi, Davika, lovely to see you. I know that people come from all over the world. Isn't it amazing to have everybody that we can actually connect like this? So beautiful. So if you don't know me, my name is Suzanne Postings. I reside in Cornwall in the UK at the moment, and hi Jennifer, and I am a light language channel and a DNA activator. So what on earth does that mean? Well, you will find out as we go on. I help people and support people to awaken to their true self, their spiritual self. So these YouTube lives are here to really give you lots of information for you to trial out things, whether you're new on your journey and you're just awakening, you're just think, oh, you know what, there's something so much more going on than what I'm being sold by the mainstream media, that what I'm being sold at school or, you know, in my job or whatever. Or whether you're further down the path, whether you've been on, you know, I personally have been on this journey for 20 years that I know about when I first got into Reiki in 2002 back in Thailand. So wherever you are, these are for you. This is here for you. You can always, if there's something that you wish to know about spirituality, then you can always email me at hello@suzannepostings.com, and I'll put all the information on as well out there, so that you can email me and say, you know what, I really want to know about this, or I really want to know about that, or I queried about this, or this has come up for me. So whatever it is that you want to know, then please, I will try my best to do some of these lives and to answer your questions. So what are we here for today? You know, and it's to connect to your multidimensional self. Now, what does that mean? You know, this word multidimensionality, I first encountered it in Thailand in 2004 when I got into Shambhala multidimensional healing. And it was a massive shift for me. It really opened up my eyes, my energy, but mainly my mind to a new way of being. And back in 2004, we were talking then about the collapse of the matrix system and the rise of these 5D energies, the rise of this new earth. And there was lots of talk then about it being in 2012, and it did shift in 2012, but we're starting to see the effects of that shift now. So if you are, like I say, you know, you don't, for me, like I never fitted in at school. I didn't like the way that they taught me at school with programming. I mean, I did go on later to get a degree, but that was more when I could be myself. So, you know, if you're watching this, then you are a starseed, a light worker, you know, you are here. You probably don't fit into all the mainstream things. You've maybe felt like a little bit of a black sheep. You've done things differently. Maybe when you do try and kind of squeeze yourself into those boxes, it's really, really uncomfortable for you. Certainly for me, when I've tried to squeeze myself into any corporate box, I've never felt so depressed in my life when I've tried to do that, you know, what everybody says you should do, or that they're going to make you happy. And it doesn't. I need freedom to be myself. And the chances are that you need freedom to be yourself as well. And that's because you are a multidimensional being, and you came here to birth a new reality. You came here to be part of this wave of consciousness that is coming now, that is starting to really take hold, you know. And as I say, some people might have been on this for 20 years, all their life. Some people, it might have taken longer, you know, you might be newly awakened, but you are here to birth a new reality. Now, just that sink in. You know, you are here to really change things. So we want to know, what do you want to do? How do you want to, what do you want to see? Because there's lots of stuff out there being pushed at you all the time, especially in the mainstream media, that is telling you this or that and this and that. And it's really kind of, it makes us small. And we then go into a lot of fear, and we can go down a lot of rabbit holes. Now, I'm not saying that things aren't going on, but where we put our attention is what we manifest. So what do you want to manifest in your life and in the world now? So for me, I'm an absolute advocate of freedom. Totally. You know, I worked in a women's prison for a while. I taught in a women's prison for 3 years. And why did I do that? Because I'm an advocate of freedom, and I really wanted to support those women to be able to empower themselves so that they could stay free and have a life of freedom for themselves and their family. So this is something that I'm really passionate about, and I really want to support you to be able to let go of all those old programmings. We are programmed so much from such a young age. Such a young age we are programmed, you know, and we don't even know. It's just so subtle and it's there. But what we're seeing now is actually we're seeing that programming not so subtly. We're kind of going, you know, hold on a minute here. You know, a lot of us scratching our heads going, what, this is not right. This narrative that we're being sold is not right. There is something more, and something in you will relate to this. Something in you will go, God, yes. Oh my God, yes, of course. So we are birthing a new reality. We are birthing a different way of being, one that is more heart-centered, not from the mind, but from the heart. Not so much from the ego, but together from the heart. Community, you know, healing, learning how to activate our own healing gifts, you know, learning how to activate our manifestation gifts, realizing that we have been programmed so much by fear and kept small so much by fear. A few years ago, when I was kind of shifting again, I was having to pull over the car because the amount of fear that I was feeling, I was, oh God, it was excruciating. But I realized what was happening is it was coming up and out of me. And I always see fear as the electric fence of the 3D matrix system. So if you're feeling fear, you're getting towards the end, and it's the electric fence is making you small again, and the electric fence is making you small. But actually, outside of that fear, if you can jump through it and off of it, that's where your freedom is. So often that fear is keeping us small. But you are a powerful multidimensional being. You are God in physical form, and you have access to infinite possibilities. And now is the time for us to manifest that. So what do you want to create? You know, for me, it is a world of freedom for all of us, everybody. You know, we have the freedom to be ourselves, the freedom to be powerful, the freedom to speak our truth, you know. Not all these rules and regulations, all these things, you know, all this shaming, all these things that are keeping us small. The freedom to love ourselves and live a life in peace and harmony with the universe, with the earth, you know. So we all have a connection to our multidimensional guides. You know, whether you understand that, you know, I know some people on here have a really amazing connection. They can really connect to their guides. They really see things visually, especially when we do the light language. They can see things. Some people, it's not so visual, you can feel it, you know. And as you start to clear your own energy field, as you start to allow the density that's within your cells and the light to come out more and more and more, then your connection is going to be getting stronger. you know, being able to feel your way into things. Not think, but feel what feels right for me. Not go, oh, well, this has got to be the way because this is how my analytical mind. No, feel into things, because there's always a next step for you. Okay. So is this making sense to everybody? Has anybody got any questions, anything that they would like to ask? Please put it in the chat. Is there anything that they would like to for me to talk about within that framework? And please feel free. But yes, you are here to awaken to your absolute truth, and you are here to birth a new reality. And it's amazing now that we can connect like this. We did a beautiful webinar last night where there's people from all over the world, you know, and we can talk freely. We can give our ideas. We can give our energy. And when you're coming together like this, there is a field of energy and a field of conversation. And as you are feeding that field with love, with possibilities, with that is growing, and then that is manifesting. So I want to say as well, be really cautious what conversations you are having and what you are calling in. Okay, so there's a question here on advice on how to get rid of limiting beliefs. Sorry, excuse me. How to get rid of limiting beliefs so we don't attract what we don't want. Okay, that's a really great question. Thank you. Limiting beliefs are going to come up in you again and again and again and again. Okay. Because we're always shifting. We're always shifting. It's never done. It's a bit like dust, you know. You can dust the thing and think, oh, where did this guy only dusted yesterday? Okay. The way that I do it and what I find really useful is I have a journal, and when I feel myself that limiting belief is coming up. Last week I did a video where I just released some limiting beliefs, and I was crying. I just post crying, and I posted it on YouTube, so it is there for you to go back and listen to. So what I do is when I'm feeling uncomfortable, I'm feeling bitchy, I'm feeling I'm not good enough, I can't do this, why, nobody's going to listen to me, whatever is coming up, at school I was always told to shut up, so why are people going to listen to me when I, all that sort of stuff. I get my journal, I get my pen, and I start writing those limiting beliefs. I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm whatever it is, and literally just let it come out. And for me, it's like a bit like it just comes out. And with that, tears come up, and you can. It's uncomfortable for me. It was really uncomfortable physically in the hips, but the hips represent moving forward, so I knew that there was energy stuck within my hips that needed to come out, so I needed to get those limiting beliefs out. So I wrote them all out, had a good cry, went outside into my garden, burnt them, said thank you for them, went and had a shower, and then there's another video of me an hour later, all fresh-faced and shiny and ready to go again. Because those limiting beliefs, once they're kind of there, when they're really there and you're really feeling them, you're then able to get them out. You're then able to go, right, okay, this is, woof, let's get this out. Okay, so we kind of, sometimes we can think, oh my God, I shouldn't be thinking this, I shouldn't be feeling this, and we kind of shy away from it. But I say, if it's there, if you can then get it out, get rid of it, and then what you've done is you've got space within your energy field for more light to come in. You've cleared density within your cells. You've cleared density within your energy field. You've cleared density, and then new beliefs can come in. So you're shiny and new, and then you're like, of course, I'm awesome. I'm amazing. I can do this. This is fabulous. Oh, off you go again. So, I'm loving the chat that's saying, yeah, so good, thank you. So yeah, it is. We really shy away, and we think that, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this, I shouldn't be thinking this, oh, what am I going to do? But if you can get it out, You know, if you can write it down, get it out, let it, feel it. I think it's like a splinter. It's painful when it's really near the top. Get it out. Have a good cry. It might take a few days, you know, it might take a while. And then you can start to write new beliefs, new beautiful beliefs. So to get rid of it, ask what we want instead, surrender to it, and allow the new positive to exist. Yeah, but first of all, get out the old. You know, if you want to buy a new sofa, you've got to get the old sofa out, haven't you? So sometimes we need to clear the old stuff out, you know, and then put the new stuff in. So what we try and do quite a lot of the time is we try and sort of we try and put the new sofa in when we've still got the old one and there's not enough room, and also it doesn't look nice because we haven't decorated and we haven't cleaned underneath the old sofa and we haven't, you know, painted, made it all nice and shiny. So we've got to get the old out. Okay, but quite a lot of the time we avoid it. We talk it down, we smoke it down, we drink it down, we eat it down, you know, or we just don't like going into those emotions. Or somebody might, you know, like if you have a good cry, people, oh my God, are you all right? It's like, I just need to get it out. So allow yourself to feel that emotion. It is energy in motion. It is okay to feel like this. Allow it out. You know, just write it down and you'll be amazed what comes out. You don't need to believe it. It doesn't need to take long. You know, just let all these things come out, vomit onto the page, go outside or, you know, in your kitchen, in a sink, you know, and burn it and say, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sit and then allow the new to come in. What do you want to believe about yourself? You know, you're amazing, you're awesome, you're powerful, you're loved, you're abundant, you're free. You know, whatever it is, I am free, I am abundant, I am love, I am joy, I am, you know, whatever. So that's the really best way to do it. And that's the way that that's the way that I do it. And it really works for me. And it's how I, suggest that my clients and, you know, the people that I work with do it as well. So yeah, it's just, and it can be quick. It can be so quick. You know, we are now at a time, what used to take years, can shift. Honestly, you can be in the worst mood in the morning, get it out, and phew, in the afternoon, you're all gone. But it is, just think of it like cleaning. It's just cleaning, you know, it's that cupboard under the stairs that you don't want to go into. But when you do, you feel so much better. Yes, and I call this gratitude cleansing is what Davika is experiencing. Yeah, it's sharing there. So yes, brilliant, it is. And then you get in, then you can get into a space of gratitude. Then you can get into a space of, what do you want to create? You know, because you can't create these beautiful channels with this old crap there. And that's all it is. It's just old, and you've been programmed so much. You've been programmed so much that you're not good enough. You're not powerful. You know, for me, it was always shut up. You know, you talk too much, blah, 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 blah. You know, and, you know, more recently, I was thinking, what can I do? And it's like, you know, what can I do to help people? And it's like, you like talking, Suzanne. You can get out there and share. I was like, oh, it's so simple. It just might work. Yeah, so that's really important, and that's how I do it. So wonderful. Are there any other questions that would like to come through at the moment? And it's wonderful to see everybody in the chat. And I hope these chats, I'm still getting used to YouTube Live. I will admit that, you know, being self-employed and trying to make sure that you do everything right. I hope that they still show to anybody who gets to watch this after, you know, on the replay. But yeah, what do you want to birth? You know, what do you want to be part of? There are some amazing, some absolutely awesome people out there at the moment that are sharing their truth. They are sharing so much information out there. and you know, connect with these people. Steve Nabel at the Soul Matrix is awesome. You know, he's got so much meditations and so much stuff out there for you to really help to clear your energy field and information. And there's also so many people, you know, next week I'm going live on Guardian of Orion, who's got a wonderful YouTube channel as well. There's light language channels out there. There are, you know, lots of people that are really, really, really changing the way that we think, changing the way that we look at things, and are really help to support you. And wherever you are in the world, know that you're not alone, because it can feel quite often when you might be in family dynamics or in a job, or you know, or your town or your city, wherever you live, is feeling quite dense. The density there, the, you know, the thought processes there might not match your vibration, and that can be really tricky. You know, that can be really hard. But know that you've always got, you know, an infinite wave of starseeds and people in your soul family around you. But not only that as well, you know, you are connected to these other star beings and races, and your guides, you know, the angels, the archangels, everybody is there to support you. And I know that it can feel that you're doing this alone sometimes. You're holding that field of energy, but you're not, and you are not alone. And also, just know as well that, you know, your light, because it can feel sometimes that you are, well, what am I doing? I'm not really doing anything. But you can, even if you're smiling at somebody in the supermarket, waving at somebody that's let you out in, you know, in the traffic queue, whatever, you know, there's so much that you can do just to raise your, you know, to raise the vibration of people. How lovely of it is it if somebody talks to you nice in the supermarket, you talk to somebody nice in the supermarket, somebody you can see is stressed, somebody that you can see is having a bad day, and you can say, all right, love, how are you? Oh, it's been so lovely. You know, I met somebody in the opticians today. She was absolutely fabulous. You know, she was helping me check out some new glasses and everything. And I said, oh, I like your hair. It's fabulous. And all. And you can see people really love it. So even if you feel that you're not, you know, we don't need to have this separation of, oh, I was spiritual from 7 till 8 and the rest of the time I'm just being, no, you know, let your vibration always raise the people around you. Okay. So Angelica's asking, what are some of your favorite ways to raise your vibration? So dancing, you know, having a giggle. You know, I really don't take my life too seriously or myself too seriously. Obviously, I have very serious, you know, amazing conversations with people, but, you know, have a dance, have a sing, have a giggle. You know, I'm lucky enough to live by the ocean. So I go swimming, go out into nature, you know, get my drum, you know, play with my dog, have a chat with my friends, all that sort of stuff, or just literally sit there and get in gratitude. You know, you can be, gratitude is a great multiplier. When you start on that gratitude, it's amazing what comes, you know. So you'll be lying in bed and it can be 5 o'clock in the morning and it's raining and you've got to get up at 7, and, you know, and you're, oh God, what can you be grateful for? You can be grateful that you're in a warm bed. You can be grateful for the soft pillow. You can be grateful for the soft quilt cover. You can be grateful that actually nobody else is awake and you've got some time, you know, to actually just be with your thoughts or meditate. And you see there, you've already 4 things, you know, and then that will lead to something else and 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 lead to something else. And before you know it, you know, your energy is, woof, you've raised. So gratitude is amazing. Thank you. Yeah, Lee Harris, again, yes, he is. He's great for sensitives, quite gentle. He's really good as well. So there's lots of people out there. And yes, somebody's sharing here that some beings are quite confused when I shine my light at them, like they are irritated by love energy and they're not used to it. And I know this. I remember a few years ago, I had somebody say to me, "Oh, you're very loud, aren't you? You're very loud." And this is when I was doing Reiki, and they were saying, "You're a therapist, I wouldn't come to you." And it really, it really kind of knocked me for a few days. It did quite upset me. But then I kind of thought, I realized that it was just that brightness. She just wasn't used to it. It wasn't loud particularly. It was the brightness, And then, now I think I don't need your permission to shine my light. I don't need anybody's permission to shine my light. And I'm going to do that. And if that triggers you, then that's you, not me. I'm not going to dim myself for anybody. Okay, so yes, it can irritate people, but also what you can do is start a catalyst within them to awaken something, But don't allow somebody else's reaction to you to stop you from shining who you are, because you are amazing. And you're not coming here to fit in. You're not coming here to be the same as everybody else. You are coming here to shine your light and connect that light and light up the world, because this is a dense energy. There is a dense energy on this planet. Okay, so let's shine it, and if you want to illuminate the world, you do that we activate each other. That's the thing, we activate each other. And that's certainly what we do when I'm channeling light language. I know a lot of you in the chat, and I know a lot of you that will be watching, and maybe some new ones have experienced the light language that I channel. And, and there's lots of other amazing light language practitioners out there as well, who are really channeling this absolute, it's just such a beautiful vibration that gets into your cells. It activates latent codes within your DNA, and it awakens you. It awakens you. And that is what light language is all about, and it is an amazing thing to be able to share with the world. So let's have a bit of a shake. Oh yeah. So I just looking down here what I want to share, and I think it's that's most of what I've wanted to share here today. We're releasing such old programming, we really are, and there's going to be so many aha moments, and it's going to keep coming, and it's going to keep coming, and it's going to keep coming, as we really start to awaken to the truth, to absolute truth of who we are and what we came here to do. We're going to look back in 10 years time and go, oh my God, what happened? So I really, really, really ask you to put your emphasis and your focus on what you want to create, not on what you don't want. It's good to know what you don't want, but what do you want to create? That's where you want to put your intention. That's where you want to put your conversation. And that's because that is how you will create it. Wonderful. So, for light language, as you, Suzanne, are vocal with your transmissions. Can transmissions take other forms? Yes, sorry. Light language can take other forms. There's lots of people that kind of do it visually, as in it's artistic. It looks a little bit like kind of like old elven language, or that sort of thing. And I think there's lots of different ones like that. Some people as well are my hands go a little bit, but it's not as vocal. Mine comes through vocally. And of course, some people's as well is very, very, very gentle. Some people's light language is more like a whisper. It's like again, like an elven kind of fairy, sort of very gentle, like Sia Ukuma Ayatna. And mine, if you experienced it, is like really, loud and vocal, and but everybody's is different. And I don't think we need to get too attached to what it is, where it's come from, all that. Just enjoy the frequencies, because we're only just starting to awaken to the possibilities that what we can do as human beings when we connect to our multidimensional self and when we ground that into this reality. Because it's not about going up. It's not about, you know, being in those higher realms. It's about being able to connect to those higher realms and bring it and ground it into this reality so that we change this earth. Okay. So it can be tuning into the vibration expression. Yeah, the vibration expression of light language. Yeah. Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to give you a short burst of some light language here now. So the intention as well is always really important. Excuse me, I'm just going to have some water. So you know, what is the intention of if you're healing sessions with people, you know, conversations today, this you know, the intention of this light language transmission that I'm going to come through, and also not just, it's just also the conversation that we're having, because it's this, the vibration of this conversation doesn't, or the awakening of this doesn't just come through the light language. It comes from the conversation. It comes from every single one of you here, whether you're live or whether you watch and receive this. Whenever you receive this, you're part of that field of energy and that intention to awaken and connect to your multidimensional selves. So the words that are being spoken, the questions that are being asked, the ideas, the visions, the expression is all part of growing that field of energy, so that we are creating what we want to create, which is a new earth, which is one where we are free and we are connected multidimensionally and we are shining our light. Okay. All right then, beauties. So any more questions before we go into the light language? No, I think everything's fine. Okay, then. Yes, and somebody's put, I intend to fully embody my highest potential. Yes, of course we do. But our highest potential is always changing. It's always shifting. You know, there are, you know, we get that timeline in where we call in our highest potential, but it can be what we can conceive at that time. And then, you know, and then that, when we get to that, that falls away, and then another highest potential, then another highest potential, then another highest potential, because we are infinite beings. This universe is infinitely growing all the time. So there is no end to that highest potential, you know? So, wow. Whew. Because energy is always growing, you know. This is what with manifestations are always growing, you know, it's never going to stop. So it's amazing when you look at it like that. It's like, wow, we're always growing, we're always expanding, we're going to always hold more. Okay, wonderful. So take a few deep breaths, get yourself comfortable, allow yourself to be open to receive this beautiful light language. As I call in my guides, Diana, Aya, Kaya, Surubaya. And this is a safe space. This is a safe space of vibrational frequency of the highest potential. Kiana, Ayana. Anything, any being, any situation, any group that is not for our highest good, that is not of the love light, the highest vibration to be released back to the universe. Kiana, Saya, Surubaya. We are going to ground your energies in as we connect and awaken your multidimensional connection. Imagine this gold frequency coming in down from the central sun into your crown. Kia no do 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 bada wa ya da ya da 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 na na nya 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 da 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 ba da da go do do da da sa ya do do da ya da man na na sa ya da da go do do da da ya da da na man na nya da da do do da ga ya sa ya do do da ya man na Kia ya ya do da 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 ya da ya ya da do da ya da ya man nya 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 e Allow this light to cure, to go into your cells, to clear away any density. Into your auric field. Down from crown to base. Grounding you through your feet into the earth. So I am yada yada go do so do Trigger your light, trigger your possibilities, trigger your awakening, mana. Dia aya sayo do go do baya. Dia nanya nana gaya sia go do go so. Kaya numa kaya rasa kaya sia so. One hand on your heart, one hand on your sacral, and breathing those energies in, feeling clearer, feeling lighter, feeling really grounded, feeling more expansive. Give yourself a little shake. Thank you then to all the guides that came through. Things are feeling a lot shinier for me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So allow yourself to open your eyes and come back into space. And does anybody like to share how that felt? Certainly for me, I can feel the energy running through my head, feeling really kind of open and more expansive. Always takes a while for everybody to come back after a transmission to be able to, to really kind of come back into the space. So yeah, tingly and your diaphragm really opening up during it. Yeah, there's lots of the light language. You'll find that density. So it will really help to shift any step energy. So yeah, beautiful, wonderful. Ooh, 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 ooh. Well, I hope that really serves you and really supports you. I want to share that next week on Tuesday the 19th, I'm going to be doing a live. I think it's going to be at 7 o'clock again, which I'm going to be doing a live with a beautiful being called Janie Whittemore, who is a close personal friend of mine. And that's going to be a beautiful conversation between the two of us. So please come along to that as well. And then, as I say, next Thursday on the 21st of April at 8 p.m, I'm going to be having a conversation about DNA activations and awakening with on the Guardian of Orion channel as well. So that's really exciting. And also, it's a busy week next week. From the 20th, on Wednesday the 20th, I'm going to be starting a new Soul Light Activations program, which is a 2-month deep dive into expanding your multidimensional connection, awakening your soul's gifts. That is £555, but it's the last time it's going to be at this price. So if you are interested in joining us with that, there's some amazing beings coming together from all over the globe. And what we do is we have live coaching calls each week. In Zoom, so you're in a closed space just with the people that are on the program, and then there are activations, recorded activations for you to listen to whenever you wish to, and other supportive materials. So I've run those a few times now, and they're always amazing spaces for you to really step into the truth of who you are and activate those soul's gifts. So if that's something that you're interested in, then please get in touch at hello@suzannepostings.com, and we can book you a live chat so you can have a chat with me and see whether it's something that really fits for you. So thank you to everybody who has joined, everybody who's going to watch this on the replay, everybody that comments, everybody that doesn't comment. Maybe you don't feel that is something that you want to comment on, but you're really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying doing these YouTube lives. I want to do a lot more of them for you. So I think we're probably going to do 3-4 a month. We'll see how it goes, but there's so many people that I've already got that I want to interview or have a chat with. Not really an interview, easygoing, chatting, feeling like it's on in your front room, or feel like we're having that conversation in your front room that I want you to really be part of as well. So yeah, anything else that anybody would like to add, or to ask before we wrap up for this evening? Well, I've got really good divine gratitude, Suzanne. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's thank you. I've got so much gratitude for all you guys. It is amazing that you are all here. Thank you so much of you for turning up live and for giving your energy, your questions, and your feedback. It's really beautiful to always guide you and support you. And yeah, what amazing times we're in. What are we going to birth? What are we going to birth? But with love, with connection, with freedom, then we are, I truly believe that we are going to, or already are, creating a beautiful, beautiful new world. Okay, so yeah, and happy Easter. I never really celebrate that, but I hope you're having a nice holiday with your families, and you know, and some time as well, because time and space to have some fun. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. It's been absolutely beautiful to connect with you, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Lots of love. Goodbye.